Hello and welcome back to another video on the product pup. Today I want to talk to you all about using Notion to manage your side projects, your side hustles, and a little bit of your life as well. In case you are new, hello, my name is Anika. On this channel, I talk about all things tech, business, startups, ideas, products, and everything related. I post way more frequently on TikTok, so if you do happen to be a TikTok user, then go check me out on TikTok, also under the product pup. I'm big on organization and on planning, and I've tried lots of different tools and methods over the last 5-6 years. I do love a good notebook, pen and paper. I feel like there is nothing that can really substitute that. I do have a physical planner that I use on a daily basis just to write down what I have going on for the day, to write down my thoughts, just to help me organize my specific day. And I use that in complement with Notion. So I started using Notion like 7 or 8 months ago, and it has honestly transformed my life. That is like an understatement. I've watched so many videos on how people manage their Notions, so I've kind of taken inspiration from a lot of other videos. I've taken some templates and modified them for my need, but my Notion is really specific to managing my life. But then a big part of my Notion is how I manage my side projects as well. In case you don't know, I have a full-time job where I work in product management at a Silicon Valley-based tech company, but I do a bunch of things on the side, and my side projects are really important to me, and I kind of treat them like a full-time job. So that includes my video and content creation, which I do on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, like all of those social media platforms. And then I also have a newsletter. I also have a website through which I offer a number of other services like coaching and mentoring and that kind of stuff. I also always have a number of startup ideas that I'm working on with friends, or that are in early ideation just in my brain, or like ideas that are actually in progress. I have a lot going on, and having one place to manage all of it is amazing. Before using Notion, I was managing my life in notebooks. Like literally I had a stack of notebooks, and I've shared this on videos before. I consider myself a bit of a notebook addict. Like I said, I do love a good physical notebook. And I used to have a different notebook for everything. So now I'm going to share with you exactly what my Notion looks like, and I hope you can take inspiration from it. Let me know if you would like me to make this a template that you can then customize or do with it what you will. So here is my Notion. I have 3 main sections. I have life, which is most of my personal stuff. I have side projects, which is my side hustles and my video stuff and anything business related. And then I have Zen work. I work at Zendesk, so this is my category for managing my job related things. So in my life section, I have a habit tracker. I have a life task list, which is like a running to-do list of all the things I need to do, kind of like life admin. And I do have some business related tasks in there as well. Then I have my goals. My goals are things that I review on a monthly basis. And then I have my bookshelf. I think you guys will really love this. This really allows me to keep track of everything that I'm reading, how long it took me to read, giving it ratings, and it's literally like a little virtual library. It's very cool. And these things are my life bucket list, or just as people call a bucket list. My hype book. I've made videos previously talking about hype books and hyping yourself up, and basically having a place where you can document all the awesome stuff you've achieved in case you ever need a boost of confidence. So that's mine. And then I have activity ideas. Whenever I come across something cool that I would like to do, whether it's an experience or like just trying something new, I add it to my activity ideas so that when I'm looking for something cool to do, I have a backlog. So I'll go through some of these that I feel comfortable sharing on the camera briefly. So that I have a habit tracker that I update weekly. I basically put all of my different habits on there, and then on the right hand side there's a column called goals, and this is where I will put how many times in a particular week I want to try and stick to this habit. I got this from a template. It's pretty cool because you click this little button that says launch a new week, and it actually creates a new habit tracker at the start of every week, which is very cool. And then you can just change this for the relevant date. At the bottom of this, related to side projects, I have a weekly content schedule. This is me trying to keep myself accountable for posting a certain number of videos across each platform. So I have all the different platforms here, the days that I will try to aim to post on them, and then I will tick it off as I go throughout my week. I'm going to go over this in a bit more detail in my TikTok section, so hold on for that. Life task list, like I said, this is like a running life admin list. Then I have a business one too. I felt like I needed a place where there are just certain business related or side project related things that I need to do that are on my mind. I want to keep a track of them somewhere. So as an example, I have that I want to go buy a new hard drive to store my videos. I want to create a Substack, which I'm in the process of doing. Oh, actually I should move that to doing. It's kind of just me categorizing life admin tasks that relate to personal life and then business. You can change the views of all of your pages in Notion, which is cool. So you can see this is just like a long running list of everything that I have to do. But I do prefer the board list because it's categorized nicely into the status of each task. Next, I have goals. I have two views for my goals. I have one that is by goal type. So I categorize my goals into fitness, health, career, side projects, finance, personal, spiritual, and personal development. And then I write down everything that I want to achieve in each of these categories. And then I have goals by status as well. This one I'm very excited to show you. So the bookshelf has a few different sections. One section is genres. This, as you can see, has different genres that each book that I read automatically gets categorized into. So if I do read a lot of non-fiction. So if I went into, like, let's say business, I would have two books here. I only started this for 2021, so I don't have all the books I've ever read in here. But then this is populated from this list. So this is just a growing list of everything that I'm reading. So when I start reading a new book, I will put the book name here. I will put the date that I started the book. I will put who the author is. I will then update the date, which I will then add when I finish the book. I will add a cover if I feel like it. I've been a bit lazy with this. I will give the book a rating, and then I will add it to a genre here, as you can see. And this is then what categorizes it, so that if I want to see a list of books that I'm reading, if I want to just see a list of all books that I've read, I can look at this. If I want to see books by genre, I can look at this. And then something that I've not really used yet, but this is book snippets that I want to remember. A place for me to capture really useful sentences or phrases or something that someone said in a book that I want to remember. And I want to remember who said it, where it came from, that kind of projects. You can see I have idea dump. This is literally like a notepad, a dumping ground of anything that comes to mind that I want to remember, anything that I think is a great idea, I dump in there. It's just a blank page. My links, it's just my links to all my socials, affiliate links that I need to copy and paste repetitively. Goals, I have my business and side project related goals. I have my statistics or numbers for each of my platforms. Then I have dedicated pages for TikTok, for YouTube, for my newsletter, for my blog. I'm actually transferring my MailChimp newsletter into a Substack blog, and then I will post the same things on Substack as I will on Medium. I'm gonna jump to the bottom. So I have my website, then I have Superpair, which is a platform that I use to offer coaching and mentoring or services. And then these things here are like business ideas or startups or actual business ventures that I have ideas for, that I'm working on, that actually exist, that I'm helping friends with, etc. Basically create a separate page for each like business idea that I have. So let's go through some of these specific pages. Now let's start with goals. I have two pages under my goals. My actual goals page, so as you can see here, But as you can see, this is a slightly different view to the goals that I have for my personal life. The only difference is that I haven't created a board view. I have just listed out my goals based on each platform, because I do have quite different goals depending on whether it's TikTok or YouTube or my newsletter, or just my general side hustle goals. If I wanted to, I can very easily take all those goals and just move them into a board. But yeah, I don't think I'm very interested in this board view, so I'm just going to very easily delete that. Okay, next I have stats. These are numbers for each of my platforms, how I'm growing on them. I have milestones that I want to try and hit for each of them as well. This isn't really a secret. It's pretty blank, as you can see, because I only really started doing this recently. I'm still figuring out if I want to really track this, because I don't want to be so number focused, but I do like keeping a track of the key milestones. I'm really excited to show you how I manage my TikTok and YouTube content. I have done a lot of research on how other people manage their workflows for content creation, all the way from coming up with ideas for videos, for kind of prioritizing and shortlisting and planning out the content for each video, to then filming it and then scheduling it. I realized in order to grow on TikTok and on a lot of other platforms, I need to be a bit more strategic about when I'm posting, how frequently I'm posting, and what I'm posting, rather than being very ad hoc. So this is really allowing me to do that. Let me start with my video backlog. So anytime I have any idea for a video, I will put it in my video backlog. Then at the start of every week, I will take 5 or 6 video ideas that I want to prioritize for that week, and I will film them. Once I start filming something, I will move it to filmed, and when I'm editing it, I will move it to editing. And in fact, I've actually already filmed this one, so I'm going to move this one to editing because I need to edit this today. And then when it's ready to post, I will just put it in this backlog here, and then when I posted them, I will put them in this posted column. Now, this is what I'm really excited about. So I have here a video scheduler. So in terms of my workflow, what I do is I film a TikTok, and then I will take that TikTok and I will repurpose it to post on every other platform. That includes YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram. I recently started using Zapier, which is a workflow automation tool, and Buffer, which is a content scheduling tool. So what I do now every single Sunday or Monday morning is I will pick 5 of my best TikToks and I will schedule them for the week across every platform. So this kind of helps me remember what to do. So I will select my 5 TikToks, I will save them into a Google Drive, and then I will go into Buffer and I will schedule everything. So I have 2 views here of this scheduler. So once I upload something to Google Drive, it automatically gets uploaded to YouTube. I don't use Buffer for that. It's really easy to set up what they call a zap, upload something to Google Drive, and it'll automatically get scheduled in my YouTube. And I will show you how I do that in this recording here. Let me know if you want a separate video on Zapier. It is an incredibly powerful tool that will allow you to automate so many parts of your life, and I am obsessed with it. And then for all of my other videos, I will go to Buffer, schedule everything else for Pinterest, for Twitter, and for Instagram. Okay, next I have YouTube. YouTube is kind of similar. I have a board with ideas and I kind of move them across the different columns as I progress with planning them and filming them and editing them. YouTube videos I plan at the start of every month instead of at the start of every week, because they take a lot longer to film and I want to try and post 1 video every week. Really trying to set up this workflow that will help me achieve that. And then I will go into it and I will give it a date. So I should really have 4 videos going out every month. So I should be able to see 4 videos with a date at the start of every month. And then I will just get going on it. And then for my newsletter and blog, as I mentioned, this is a bit of a work in progress. But I basically just have a page for every month. And I try and just write down all the ideas that come to me at the start of every month for posting my newsletter. Newsletter and blog, as I said, are a work in progress, so I won't go into those at the moment. So my website, I don't often need to make many changes to my website, but once in a while I do. Once in a while I want to change some content, or I want to add something, and I will just use this page as like a list of to-dos to help me manage that. This is just kind of like a running to-do list of things to do on my website. Now, lastly, I have the section for my actual full-time job as a product manager. I have a Kanban board for everything that I need to do at work. I have the things that I need to do. I have tickets, as in customer support tickets that I need to address. I have the tasks that I'm currently doing and the things that I have done. Also in my work section, I have notes. So I try to create a page for every month, and then I have pages for one-on-ones that I have with people as well. So yeah, basically in January, I just use this page to write down any notes from any meetings that I have. So that is it for my Notion tour. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know again if you want me to make this a template. I would be happy to do so. Share with me how you use Notion yourself, whether you use another tool instead of Notion. Like, share with me comments around organization and planning, because I am such a geek for this kind of stuff. Yeah, and if you got this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.